Ready, hunt!
Would you say Landry makes better now than he did when you first saw him?
Oh boy, I would say compared to back in '09, about everything. You know, he's just more sure of himself, confident of himself. The ball comes out quicker, and he's just bigger and stronger right now. So the ball has more velocity to it too. So we're, you know, really those deep seam routes, out routes, those kind of things, I think all, you know, you see get out there a little sharper now.
Is that going to be part of the adjustment for him moving forward without Ryan? Because he's been comfortable for 3 years knowing where Ryan's going to be.
Hopefully not. You know, he practices with these other guys every day as well, so hopefully that isn't an issue.
You think this is the time to kind of learn more about him that he doesn't have Ryan, even if those other guys are talented?
No, I wouldn't say that. He's proven to be you know, he's thrown to more than just Ryan and thrown it well. So I just feel, you know, he'll need to adjust to different people in that position, and you know, I've got confidence in his accuracy and decision making that he'll continue to do well.
Coach Norvell has just raved about Camille Jackson since he arrived on campus. He's practicing more. How much do you expect him to play? What's your thoughts of his game?
Yeah, we're you know, Camille, we feel has progressed really through the year and showing more and more in practice and consistency, and so hopefully down, you know, these last 3 games he will play more and make an impact.
Is Ron, what's his role? Has he been around?
Ryan's been out of practice and in rehabbing or you know, I'm sure they'll start some strengthening, you know, with the leg now that the swelling's about down, and he's walking around in a brace. Comes out to practice and you know, is visiting with the guys, so he's doing his best to be around.
Has he had any trouble eating?
Any trouble eating? What do you mean?
Well, like Whaley, we had the Whaley thing. That was really good.
No, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Bob, we got a little bit of time has passed since last week. As a head football coach, what have you learned, or what's made you ponder the Penn State situation? Has that made you think about anything about your organization or how you do things, or?
Well, you know, again, I guess I think it's just always, regardless of circumstances, children should be protected at all costs, you know, by adults. And I'm not accusing, because a lot of this hasn't been confirmed or you know, hasn't been, prosecuted, whatever. So, you know, and I would just say if any of it is true, it's absolutely horrific. And if anyone could have done anything about it, again, I say if someone could have done something about it and knew, then and it is also horrific. So, you know, and my initial thoughts and my focus, or when I think about it, is always centered on the children first. And so again, how this unfolds, we'll see. But you know, to me, that's where everybody's. If any of it is true, it should be to them.
As a coach who grew up in that part of the nation, is it tough to watch you know, Joe Paterno's end come?
I'm not going to comment further. At the end, to sit here, you know, I'm states and states away, and again, until more is confirmed or not, it's just not right for me to sit here and publicly say more than I have.
You know,
So.
personally though, so you know.
Well, that's beside the point. There's, again, if there's children involved, that's where my feelings will be, if, like I said, and so we'll see.
Last week, Ben Venables said that Frank Alexander's been more consistent about defense. This is the end of the year. Awards are out there, and some people say he may be the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Is he played more consistently on your defense, in your opinion?
Well, I think he and Ronell have had, if you look at statistically, tackles for loss, sacks, batted balls, turnovers. Those guys, you know, have been pretty exceptional in that regard. So for me to choose one wouldn't be right. You're asking me about Frank. I look at this things, and Ronell as well has been that kind of guy. And I always have a problem with everybody wants to decide this with 3 games to go. Let's see where it goes to down the end, and if those guys are in contention with other. I'm sure there's other athletes from other schools as well that have had really excellent years, and I felt that a year ago that, heck, the votes were in before we played Oklahoma State.
Why is that? Is that gonna happen
I got
again
no
this year?
idea, but so that's a pretty important game. Yeah, last year as well, and some of our guys light it up, and it gets overlooked because everything's been cast already. So we'll see the timing of everything this year.
To have those 2 guys move into those roles and be potentially 2 of the best, if not the best, 2 ends in the conference, what's that say?
It's been pretty special. We've always felt you guys know they've been really good players, but it's like they took another step this year. And you would expect that with another year of maturity, training, experience, and they've demonstrated it on the field and have really played in a tenacious way that's really helped us. So they've made a big difference.
Urgency in their careers also.
Yeah, but I think they've always been good guys and have had urgency. It's just maybe it's different times through experience and training, things really click in and they really become comfortable and play at a different level.
When you play Texas Tech, gave up all the passing yards around 450, that you're nicked up in the secondary. Now your first really passing team you've seen since then. Was that more schematic and focus, or what did you guys analyze after that game?
Well, it wasn't very good execution. It was a lot better execution, like I said, after the game on their part than we were in defending. So, we'll see if we're able to defend better, cover better, get to the quarterback better, all of that. We've got to go out and prove it.
As Texas Tech season unfolds, as it has, do you just shake your head back
No,
to that game?
that game's a long time ago, and it's fair to say everybody's a different team at a certain part of the year than they are another part of the year.
You don't?
No,
Oh, okay.
that game's a long time ago. Does me no good.
On that BCS thing again, you seem to say, I understand that it may be good for the game, but it's not good for me.
I didn't say me, us as
Us,
coaches, and
okay, or-
and people that have to play it and deal with it.
I guess my question is, do you really think it is good for the game? I mean, there is another option, not to have so much, perhaps, politics. I guess there would be politicking in a playoff anyway.
Sure there would.
Okay.
So that's not going away. It's always going to be imperfect, and that's okay. Again, I think it's fair to say college football is pretty popular.
You watch the BCS show?
No, haven't seen one.
How do you find out where you run? Somebody called Monday?
I don't.
paper?
You guys are thin.
Okay. So be it. I figured we were up there somewhere, so
It's not a curiosity point to say, hey, did we move up, fall?
I might accidentally glance and find a paper, or somebody might accidentally tell me, so I'm not totally naive or out of it.
In the years past on the final and after your final game, usually after the Big 12 title game, do you watch the show when there's any element
Only
of
when I know we're
suspense?
going to be in it.
So any element of suspense, you skip it?
Well, no, I watched it in '09. I got to admit, Coach Switzer called and tipped me off, but so he told me to make sure my TV was on.
Have you made it your business to understand the details of how it works, or is that just sort of?
I think it's fair to say through the years, Joe Castiglione, along with and through the years scheduling difficult non-conference games, have paid attention to what matters in having an opportunity to be in that game. And if playing those games, there's no reason to play them if they're not going to benefit you in having an opportunity to be a national champion. And again, if you look at our track record through a lot of years, there have been years, what we have here, UCLA and Alabama in the same year, and maybe Oregon and Alabama or whatever. I mean, we've had we've had even more than one on a good number of years, you know, where they're challenging. Heck, next year, we're scheduled to play Notre Dame and TCU. Well, we didn't know TCU was going to join the conference, but everyone knows what a quality team they are. So it's been you know, our purpose, you know, to play that way.
TCU sort of warm your heart Saturday, beating Boise for you and knowing, hey, that's
Well,
a conference brother doing us good.
Yeah,
solid.
absolutely. You know, they're closer here, and you know, I've become, you know, I've been friends with Gary for quite a while. I've become really good friends with Chris. So not that I was rooting for any particular guy, but in the end, sure, TCU's joining the conference and coming off a Rose Bowl win. I think it says a lot.
Did you get a chance to watch DeMarco on Sunday in a way you maybe hadn't before with the Cowboys?
Again, I've caught parts of it, and I'm sorry.
I was going to say that I wonder if he wasn't all quite himself his senior year, because he's done things in a 4-game stretch that Emmitt Smith didn't do in any 4-game stretch in his career.
Yeah, it couldn't happen to a better guy, and we're all excited for him. And we felt all along he'd be a great pro. He's tough, he's physical, he catches, he blocks, he protects, he does everything, and he does it well, you know. And he has a competitor's heart, and he's a true unselfish teammate. So he's just what you want, you know, as a professional back.
You think he's totally healthy now with all those injuries?
I mean, it's probably fair to say each year, and as you know, as age goes, you get stronger, a little more mature in your physical presence. So I'm sure he's, you know, getting past the injuries and coming into his own a little bit that way too.
He seemed to become less electric, more workmanlike over his time here, and now he seems electric again. You may disagree with that, but I mean, have you seen it that way?
I've always felt he was both.
Okay.
You know, a tough physical guy when he needed to be, but also capable of making those, you know, great runs or catches and runs after. I happened to catch the one where he stepped up and protected the quarterback, and guy didn't get anywhere after he hit him, and you know, it didn't surprise me at all. And that's him. He's always been more physical, I think, than people have ever thought about him. All right.